you have two foods. So one food is, say, salmon, for example, or eggs. And another food is cookies. Okay, so you have the same amount of calories. So say 200 calories of eggs versus 200 calories of cookies. The minute you put those foods in your mouth, the hormonal response to those two foods are completely and utterly different. We can measure them. Easy, right? One of them, glucose spikes way up. The other one, it doesn't spike up at all. One of them, insulin spikes way up. The other one, it doesn't spike up at all. So we know that insulin is going to spike with the cookies. If insulin is going to then take those calories, that energy, and put it into storage because that's its job, right? That's what it's supposed to do. We know that. It stops burning of fat and lays down more fat. So you're going to take those 200 calories, you're going to put it immediately into storage. Well, what's your body going to use for energy? It has nothing. So what's going to happen? Well, your body's going to say, hey, I still need some energy here. Go out and eat some more, right? Whereas with the eggs, your insulin's not going to spike up. You have all that energy, so therefore you're not going to be hungry. And everybody knew this, of course. If you ate eggs for breakfast, you're full until lunchtime. If you ate white bread and jam for breakfast, you're hungry at 10:30. Every person knew this already. The physiology was fully worked out, but it's not about the calories because the calories are the same. It's about the hormones that are precipitated by eating those foods are different. And you have to pretend that the hormonal difference is completely irrelevant to say that we shouldn't be looking at the types of food that we are eating in addition to the calories. I'm not saying calories is not important, but it's not nearly as important as we think it is. In fact, of course, most ancestral peoples never counted calories. So if you go to a buffet, you can only eat so much. You can't keep eating indefinitely because you're gonna be nauseated or whatever, right? If you've eaten, until you're well overfilled, and then somebody says, "Hey, why don't you eat this pork chop?" You'd be like, "I don't think so." It's the hormones that are telling you that, hey, you shouldn't be eating anymore. So those satiety hormones include things like peptide YY, which is in response to protein, cholecystokinin, which is in response to dietary fat. And if you have a lot of bulk in your stomach, you activate stretch receptors in your stomach, which again tell you not to eat. So therefore, those are very powerful stimuli. You can't just override them. The point is that if you eat highly refined carbohydrates like the white bread and jam, there's no protein, there's no fat, and there's no bulk because you've taken all that bulk out. You've taken all the fiber out. You have no satiety signaling. If you eat steak, you've got protein and you've got fat. So you've got a lot to keep you full.